Hello. Sex. Now that I have everyone's attention. I think it's important to understand when we're thinking about working with different energies. One of the most powerful energies we have is our sexual energy. It's literally the energy of creation. Through the sexual act, the sperm meets the egg. It's the energy that is exchanged. It doesn't even have to do with orgasm, because we all know that you can not have an orgasm and still a baby can appear 9 months later. Um, but I think it's important that we take responsibility for our energy and for our actions. And awareness was brought to me the other day through meditation when I was thinking about a subject that is uncomfortable to a lot of people, which is masturbation. If you are thinking of somebody without their permission and masturbating, you can actually be energy vampiring them. Like, it's forming a cord without their permission that you are not forming through love. Usually it's through lust. So this is actually creating a negative pattern in the whole ideal of the universe. So an act that is seemingly completely innocent to everybody, like, oh, this person is attractive, whatever, actually can have very negative effects on that person and yourself. And I think through society's awakening, and as we're all evolving and as we're all changing and growing, it's very important for us to learn responsibility with our sexual energy and the energy of other people. So I believe that all STDs are just bad vibes that have evolved over time, and we are entertaining sex with so many different people that we don't have a love connection with. That's where the bad vibes are created, and that's where disease is created. That's where shame and guilt and all this other stuff stem from. So once we are aware through watching this video that we are doing that, you didn't find this video completely irresponsibly. Nothing comes to you unless it's time to come to you. So you, on a soul level, cried out for information and a change, and you want to evolve on some level. And then the universe called me to make this video, and now here we are. We are learning and growing together. So if you want to learn how to manifest things, or you want to use your sexual energy to manifest things through sexual alchemy, that's great. But also taking responsibility for your orgasms and energy is very important. A lot of really successful millionaires and billionaires, even Nikola Tesla, who's amazing, he destroyed his sexuality at the age of 40 because he knew that he was wasting something, because all that energy was just kind of going out and not being replenished. And so we do the same thing. If we're constantly wasting our energy and giving it away and we're not harnessing it, it can actually drain us. And especially if we're forming these energy cords with multiple different people on multiple different planes and levels, and we're just being irresponsible, and we're creating a lot of harm. So once you're aware of that, if you continue to do so, God bless you on your journey. But I know that for me, it's almost like a vacuum. If you're entertaining relations with somebody irresponsibly, or if you're just kind of, find yourself running, you want to release, when we get that stimulation, the universe is calling us to create. That's a perfect time to do some writing, to do some meditating, to create in some form, because that was our God-given signal that we were ready to create. Through the span of history and time, we just kind of like have lost sight of that, because other powers that are neither good nor bad, they're just different than the one I choose to live on. It was all about taking power away. So when you are entertaining that with somebody else, and not through love and not through appreciation, and you're taking on that power role, like you just want to feed on something, you're actually creating negative things for yourself. And I think that once we're aware of that, that's when things can really change, because once you start taking responsibility for your energy, that's when you start alchemizing it into other things, and everything changes. Just, we have a responsibility to society and to ourselves, those of us who are called. Some are not called, and that's fine. Like, that's your journey, and I totally accept that. But for whoever is watching this video and it's resonating with you, I would urge you to look into sexual alchemy and be very mindful of what you're thinking about, who you're entertaining things with. So if you're experiencing that, it's almost like you're pushing your energy out and you're receiving their energy. So if you're entertaining a lot of emotionally unavailable people, you actually in turn can become emotionally unavailable because you're giving out so much of your energy and receiving theirs, and you're not replenishing, and that's very unhealthy for our spirit. That is not how God intended things to be. And I just be responsible. Keep it in your pants. Have a good night.